Welcome to Wrestlestop. My name is Joe. This is
Jiff.
We're going to recap a little bit of Monday Night Raw on this video, and then we're going to jump into a different video where we recap,
Preview,
and predict with our expert predictions.
My expert predictions. Thank you very much.
The Royal Rumble. But that's in a different video. This video, Raw recap from last night. Roll it. All right, so today is Tuesday, January 27th.
Yes, sir.
It is approximately 5:16 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And last night was
Monday Night Raw.
The final Raw before the Royal Rumble.
Yes, sir.
Usually on these on these shows, they do a lot of big, crazy events to lead into their big PLEs. Royal Rumble being one of their top four.
Yeah, top four. Probably the third overall. I'd say it has slipped behind Survivor Series over the years.
I did see a thing where they showed the Royal Rumble was the number one viewed PLE last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Even more than WrestleMania?
Even more than WrestleMania. Now, however, remember WrestleMania was 2 nights.
Yes, it had. Okay, WrestleMania had more views over the 2 nights.
If you look at WrestleMania 2 nights as 2 separate PLEs, then Royal Rumble was number one.
I can understand that because the Royal Rumble match itself is the match that my family and I look forward to the most every year. We had talked about potentially live streaming it. That's something for down the line. But there's just something, you're never bored. Every 2 to 3 minutes, there's a new wrestler.
Yeah.
So we've talked about how in the some of these other matches, like the Elimination Chamber or these other matches, you have to wait 45 minutes or so before the match begins.
Yeah.
By the time they release everybody.
Yeah.
The Hell in a Cell or what was the one they did at Survivor? War Games.
War Games. Yeah.
So where Royal Rumble, like anybody can be eliminated at any time.
Yep.
And every 2 to 3 minutes, there's a new entrance. So it just keeps you captivated and the event flies by.
Yeah. So that's coming this weekend at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Eastern. That's
2
going to be
p.m.
amazing.
Eastern.
Day drinking.
Yep. It's a little bit of day drinking there. And hopefully, maybe we'll have an early video up that day.
That would be great.
Maybe.
We could do a
Depends
recording
on
right
what
after.
your wife allows you to do.
My wife allows me to do whatever I ask her. Thank you very much. As long as I say please.
I don't know, buddy. But anyway, so let's talk about Raw real quick. So just to kind of recap into what happened on Raw leading into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So started off on the night, AJ Styles came out. I thought he was going to talk a little bit about his match over the weekend. He started off with that, but he really started that he was fearful that before his retirement match this weekend that he might not get another shot at a title in the WWE. Cue CM Punk's music. They come down, they pat each other on the back for a little bit, and then to no surprise to anybody, they end up setting up the main event last night, AJ Styles versus CM Punk for the whatever belt he has, the WWE Heavyweight Championship on Raw.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this, right? Because is AJ going to retire Saturday, right? And we'll talk about that in our prediction video, I guess, a little bit more. But first, I was on this is it. He's going to retire. Gunther, they're going to have Gunther just be their retired guy, right? He's just going to retire all their guys. But then last night on Raw, you had that match, which ended prematurely. We'll say.
Yeah.
And then when he was in the background, he was talking to Javon Evans. Javon Evans said, "I would love to have a match with you." Yeah. Dropped some millennial slang on him, and it was a little joke there where they didn't know what they were really talking about. So that happened. So it led me a little bit to believe that maybe he's not going to retire this weekend.
I don't see it ending this weekend.
But did you see the leaked tweet by Shinsuke?
I did. I think that's a ploy. I think
WWE
knows now that people are online and people see that stuff. I don't think anybody expected AJ Styles to retire this weekend until that start coming out. Now everything I've seen the last 3 days has been this is AJ Styles' last Raw, his last SmackDown, and his last match.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, but maybe it's a perfect ploy to, maybe it's a red herring. Maybe it's a double cross. I don't know.
Or
But
maybe he's going to retire.
Maybe he's going to lose and get retired.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard to say. This is a intriguing matchup.
Yes, I would agree. So we'll talk about that more when we talk about the
I
main
don't
event.
want to talk too much about.
So
Yeah.
Next up was a 6-woman tag match. We had Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vaquer teaming up against the 3 ladies from the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it correct this time. I've been told I got this name wrong a bunch of different times. But Raquel Rodriguez
commented on one of our videos and said, no, that wasn't that person.
Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan, not Liv Tyler, Liv Morgan. I almost said Liv Tyler.
Yep.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
So that was a back and forth match. I thought it was pretty good. Ended when Rhea Ripley ended up hitting her Riptide. I can't remember who she pinned. Roxanne Perez, maybe.
I think it was Roxanne Perez, yeah.
But no, just more further built up some heat between Stephanie and Raquel, and then Rio and
it was just to advance.
They're setting up future championship matches between all of them. So
advance some storylines. It was fine for what it was. Again, there were some botches in there, if I remember right. A couple missed moves or just moves that didn't look.
We talked about it last week. These large women's matches do not hold up as well as the large men's matches. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but the fatal 4-way tag match with the men I thought was a lot better than this.
Yeah.
And just something with the women sloppy. When there's just so much going on, their matches just look so much more choreographed. And when they miss their timing, it just really looks really rough.
Yep.
So
I don't know. Match was okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait for Wrestlestop 2.0 before I start grading matches again.
Yes, sir.
Not grading matches right now.
Later. Next up we had Vision comes down to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
They call Adam Pearce down to the ring.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce kind of apologized and then lifted Braun Breaker's suspension, which was
I never knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Still no mysterious who the caller was. We still haven't found that out yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're ever going to. I'm wondering if they're just going to drop it.
I bet they're saving something for Royal Rumble. Something's going to happen. I would find it very odd that they would go that angle and not play it up. So something's coming, whether it's a return to The Rock. Vince McMahon's been predicted, maybe coming back, so he gets a
Chris
Hall
Jericho.
of Fame induction. You predicted Chris Jericho in the past, so we'll see.
But it's I don't know. I thought that segment was a little bit of a letdown for me. I wanted more of it.
Yes.
Or something a little more substantial, right? And his gotcha was, you're all in the Royal Rumble. That just seems like
what I was expecting him to say?
Rather than anything else.
You're all in the Royal Rumble and your numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, something like that would have been crazy. And maybe that's going to happen. I don't know.
But that I thought about that. And later in the night, they were talking Vision backstage, and the Vision all agreed that if they all end up in the ring together, they're going to push Braun Breaker to win.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something Adam Pearce will come out Saturday and laugh at them and ha, your numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they all laugh back at him and team up. And it's like, okay, well, feed us number 5. And the 4 of us are going to destroy them. And we're just going to run the Royal Rumble that way.
Yeah.
Until somebody like an Obafemi or some giant comes out and destroys all 4 of them.
But you know what? This is what I'm thinking, Jeff.
Tell me what
I'm
you're thinking.
I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking.
Don't tell me too much. We have a prediction video coming.
I know, but I'm an architect. Remember this.
The visionary.
Yeah.
Architect of Wrestlestop 2.0.
I'm the Wrestlestop visionary. I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed. When the Vision was in the ring, you had, I don't remember the exact order they were in, but it was like Logan Paul.
I think Logan Paul was on the left.
Next to him was Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman.
Okay.
And then a big gap. Austin Theory.
I did not notice the gap. I did notice it stood out that he was the only one in tights, and I was wondering why, and then we found out later.
Yeah, then we found out later.
Supposedly it was a surprise he was wrestling Rey Mysterio, but he came to the ring prepared.
I noticed him standing apart. Now, I remember a few videos ago, I don't remember how many videos ago, and I don't remember which videos. So you're going to have to watch all of them to figure out which one it was. That I thought Austin Theory was working for Seth Rollins.
You did mention that with him using the stomp and kind of sets moves that maybe they're setting up a return. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he turns on the Vision at the Royal Rumble.
at Royal Rumble. That would be a quick turn, but
And
it
then,
would be
then
relatively
Seth Rollins comes back
unexpected.
because Seth Rollins is rumored to be coming back sooner rather than later.
As a character or as a wrestler?
It doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter. He can come back well before
he
he's
can
ready
come
to
back
wrestle.
and just be a managerial type until he's ready to wrestle, right?
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe that's nothing. Maybe that's just the way they set them up on in the ring. But it looked like Austin Theory was way off to the side when everybody else was over here. They were all talking with each other and
I'll have to
doing
go back
whatever,
and check that
Austin Theory was just sitting there. So I don't know if that is something or I'm just looking too far into it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got his third eye open. He's looking, we'll see what happens. I'll go back and check it out. I did not notice that.
Yeah.
So, but after their little speech.
You know what? I'll put a picture up.
Put a picture up.
I don't know. I don't have a green screen anymore.
The green
so
screen's gone.
I'm going to try to wedge it between our heads.
Right here. Put it on my nose.
Somewhere right here.
Yeah. So, so eventually they started the match between Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
I shook my head. I was like, oh my God, they're going to bury Austin Theory again. I thought they just brought him back to be the jobber for the Vision so they can take a loss once in a while. And, he didn't win clean, but I was surprised that he won over Rey Mysterio. So,
yeah, he won over Rey Mysterio. And not only did he win over, well, was he supposed to win over Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, you
Rey
said
Mysterio,
that you heard Rey Mysterio got injured. I didn't see anything.
He apparently, from what I read, he hurt his shoulder. I don't know if he blew his shoulder out or whatever it was. The dude's like 700 years old. So the wind blows and he turns to sand and stuff on him starts hurting.
I understand how that feels.
Yeah.
I am not quite 700, but I'm 698. I'm getting up there.
Yeah, you're getting up there. I don't know. I guess he landed funny on a move he was doing and hurt his shoulder.
Okay.
The referee threw the X up. And they had to help him out. It was one of those things where...
You know what? I did notice that outside the ring, it looked like one of the guys went to... I think it was right after the match ended, and the Vision started beating up on the luchadors, as I have in my notes. And I do remember seeing one of the refs kind of like covering over Rey Mysterio, and I didn't think anything of it. So
yeah, apparently he hurt himself. He called for the ending, which that's when Austin Theory did the stomp and got the pin.
Okay.
And then after the match, they had to help Rey Mysterio to the back.
Huh.
That's what I read. Could be fake. Don't know.
I'm going to go back and rewatch the end of that match tonight. So,
but that's what I read.
So, yeah. And then after the match, the Vision just, do what they do, and they destroyed the luchadors. Penta, Dragon Lee. Was it just the two of them? Yeah, it was just the two of them.
Those two, and then
And I thought Adam Pearce might come out and snap again,
just
but
let it happen.
Just like Vision's got free reign. They're allowed to do what they do now. They didn't even send out really security or anything. So
they just let mayhem ensue.
So, all right. After that, they went backstage, had a sit down with Gunther, talk a little bit about his match with AJ Styles. I kind of used that as a potty break time.
The interview I thought was okay. I mean, it was good. I don't know what he was talking about, kicking out Michael Cole's chair and taking him out and stuff. I thought it was a little weird, but they're trying to make him look like a threat to everybody, so I guess that's fine.
These pre-taped backstage segments or whatever really bother me. Like do a backstage interview, do an in-ring promo. These pre-taped promos, I do not like them. So
yeah, I thought it was all right. It was fine for what it was. It didn't do much for me wanting to see his match coming up. It didn't do a whole lot for me for that, but Gunther's always he makes me laugh. I don't know why. I don't know if he's supposed to or not, but
all right, next we had Joe
Me?
Joe Uso.
I was in it.
Big Jey Uso come out, do his through the crowd. Inconspicuous by his absence or conspicuous by his absence, however you want to say. Jimmy Uso is missing again. It's 2 weeks in a row that Jey appeared on Raw without Jimmy. I looked around online today. I didn't see anything. I'm wishing the best for him, his family, Naomi. Hopefully it's just some time off and not something serious. We all know Naomi's pregnant, and I hope she's healthy. And
I think they said last night that it was
so.
family issues.
Okay.
Is what they said last night on Raw. They didn't specify as to what. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm assuming everything. It must not be too serious. I don't know anything, but I'm assuming it must not be too serious because they went ahead with this match for number one contenders.
Yeah, I mean
for that belt.
The belt, so the match could end up a couple weeks down the line, or who knows? But yeah, so they advertised that Jey was coming down because he wanted to watch the 4-way tag match for the the number one contender for the tag team championships. Before the match started, they cut backstage, and there was Finn asking to be allowed in the Royal Rumble. He had his chance at the title. He lost, and he now wants to be in the Royal Rumble. And Adam Pearce told him no, that you're too late, and it's full. That is extremely disappointing to me. Finn was going to be my pick as the winner for this year. We've been talking for a month or so now that we really would like to see a push.
You may still get that.
We may.
We'll talk about that in the next video.
But we were also hoping that he would get not only a push but a face turn.
No, I don't know if that's happening.
I don't think that's happening now. So he was disappointed. I don't know if they covered that. Is that when he talked? Well, whatever.
Yeah, it was like shortly after he talked to Liv Morgan and she chewed him out for
going to Adam Pearce and playing nice, and you've got to be the Judgment Day. You've got to force your way and you got to make it happen. So we'll talk about that
setting
shortly.
Up future events.
So next we had the Fatal 4-Way Tag Match for the #1 contenders. We had Alpha Academy.
Worst time
Otis and Akira Tozawa. Ever. We had the American Made. We had the Creed Brothers.
Yeah.
We had New Day, and we had Dos Americanos.
Yep. There was one team, in my opinion, that should have won that match. One team that had any reason to win that match, and they didn't.
I was shocked that it wasn't the New Day.
That's not even who I was thinking.
Who were you thinking?
The Creed Brothers should have won that match.
I like the Creed Brothers. I've been calling for a Creed brother push for a while now. I can't say.
I don't know if they're waiting for Chad Gable to come back.
Maybe, yeah,
or what. But
I was happy to see the Brutus Ball outside the ring.
I hate that move, but
I love the Brutus Ball.
I think the Creed Brothers are way underused. Just like we were talking before about like Carmelo Hayes being underused. I hope something similar happens with the Creed Brothers.
Yeah, they were. I thought New Day was going to win. The Creed Brothers were my backup because it's been rumored that Chad Gable's coming back and stuff like that. And they just haven't been on TV in a while, so I thought maybe they were bringing them back for a push. So,
what'd you think about the New Day's outfits to the ring?
Dude. I didn't get it. They were long robes.
I loved it.
They were tripping over each other's robes. Grayson Waller didn't know where to walk.
I thought it was fantastic.
It was really fantastic, but it was a bit, overboard for a Monday night.
I thought it was great. So I loved it. They're still mourning about losing their titles 6 months ago.
Do you know what's the first thing of a new day is?
The morning.
That made me laugh.
Yep.
But man, was I shocked to see Akira Tozawa go off the top rope with that giant swanton with his giant head. And get that pin. I was as shocked by that outcome as any outcome I've been in as far as I can remember.
Of everything that happened last night, the one time really last night that I can say, what the hell were they thinking?
Akira Tozawa's getting his push.
I think Akira Tozawa and Otis are good in the role they had as just comedic relief.
We'll get a job once in a while. We can see Akira acting funny. We can see Otis doing the caterpillar, the worm, whatever he calls it.
Now, here's the problem you run into, right? Do you really think they're going to beat the Usos?
I hope so.
Okay. And then say they beat the Usos, which I personally don't think there's any chance that that's going to happen.
The only way it happens is if they put that match a couple of weeks down the line and
if Jey Uso still can't perform is the only way I was thinking. Jimmy Uso, sorry. Can't perform. That was the only way I was thinking, that they're going to have to strip the titles, and because they're the #1 contenders, then they'll get it. That's the only way I could see that happening.
They've hinted at for a while, they put them back together, but Jay has still been hinting at that he's going to follow Raymond's advice. Raymond? I can't talk. Roman's advice.
Everyone loves Raymond.
He's going to go his own way. He's going to be his own man. So I think we've predicted for a while there may be a Jey Uso heel turn or some sort of turn against Jimmy again.
And maybe
that could happen in the match, especially with Roman coming back at Royal Rumble. Maybe him and Roman will talk and something will happen. They could be setting that up.
Yeah, but like I was saying, though, that brings up two problems. A, do you think they're actually going to beat the Usos? And if they do, they're going to be a complete waste of time for TV. There's no way anyone's going to want that.
I want it. You know what I want to see? I want to see Otis and Akira with the tag team championships escorted to the ring by Maxine Dupree wearing the Intercontinental Championship.
Just go on.
Just go on. Okay.
Just move on to the next match. It was such, Otis and Tozawa are the number one contenders if you haven't watched it. Yeah. And
so next was Becky.
Blows my mind.
Becky backstage being interviewed. I can't remember what they were interviewing her by.
She said something funny.
It was short, but then she got interrupted by Kyrie and Asuka. So what did she remind me? What did she say? It was funny because I blocked that part out.
Because Kyrie Sane was talking to her, like kind of being the translator between Becky Lynch and Asuka. And she's like, "You're not ready for Asuka. You're not this and this." And Becky Lynch turned around and goes, "Actually, I am ready for Asuka. I've beaten her many times," which I thought was kind of funny.
That's what it was. Becky Lynch announced her entrance into the Women's Royal Rumble. That's why they were talking to her. So,
I thought it was funny. I mean, I didn't. Then Asuka started yelling and whatever she does, I don't know, which I thought was not funny. But I thought Becky Lynch's response was, "Actually, I am ready for Asuka because I've beaten her many times already." Yeah. I thought was pretty funny.
And then, so that happened. All three of them announced their entrances into the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And then we got an announcement for next Monday. Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez in a Philadelphia street fight.
Oh, man. So what does that mean?
Just another name for, I guess, a no holds
barred. No holds barred, no disqualification match.
No disqualification. But is it count, falls count anywhere? Who knows? They'll specify the rules next week. But
maybe Philadelphia street fight just means the fans will be terrible.
Yeah.
So it's for you, Philly.
No throwing batteries. You leave Santa Claus out of this. So, backstage segment. We talked about this a little bit earlier, that all of Vision agreed that Braun Breaker should be the one of the four who should win the Royal Rumble.
I think Austin Theory is going to.
So we'll see if Austin Theory turns. That's I'll be looking for that.
You heard it here first.
So then we jump out and we have our main event: CM Punk versus AJ Styles.
We did.
I thought that match was boring.
Really?
Excuse me. I know.
I thought it was good.
Wrestling enthusiasts like it. I don't know.
I thought it was a solid match.
Maybe it was too late. I was tired.
I'm weird. I'm not super happy with the ending, but I liked the ending, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't happy with it. I wanted to see a definitive winner.
Yeah.
But I guess if there wasn't going to be a definitive winner, I'm happy with what they decided to do because that pushes Finn Balor a little bit farther.
Yep.
It ruins the Finn Balor being a face.
Face, yeah.
At least for now.
At least for a couple months. They're not going to turn. I guess they did it with John Cena. They could make him face next week if they wanted to.
He can just come out and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean none of that."
So unless a couple weeks down the line he gets his match either versus AJ Styles or versus CM Punk, and maybe he's full on heel. Judgment Day.
AJ Styles might not be around anymore.
Finn's wrestling. A Judgment Day comes down to try and help him, costs him the match, and maybe that's where Finn snaps and turns against the Judgment Day. Whether or not at that point he stays heel, but he's by himself, or he turns face. That
maybe.
could happen.
I don't know. This match led me to believe with the stuff that was happening earlier, where he can't get into the Royal Rumble, CM Punk's not in the Royal Rumble, and then this happened. Are they going to make another match for Royal Rumble with CM Punk and Finn Balor? I guess we'll have to wait till SmackDown to find out for that. I don't know.
Will they announce a Raw match like that on SmackDown? I guess they could. The
brand split really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
right now.
I think they're setting this up for another Monday Night Raw match, or maybe a match down the line at Elimination Chamber.
My Raw team was way better than yours, yet for some reason you keep beating me on Raw. Your SmackDown draft was better than mine, but I beat you on SmackDown. So I don't think...
Just wait till Akira and Otis wins the championship, because I have both of them, and that's going to be points through the roof.
This channel will be over.
Wrestlestop 3.0 will launch before 2.0. And I'm going to have a new guest host.
And it'll just be him, because I don't know if I could watch wrestling anymore if that happened. So,
alrighty. Any other thoughts on Raw before we wrap up?
No, I thought it was an okay
talk
show.
A little bit about the CM Punk or AJ Styles match. We kind of jumped to that.
I don't know. The match was good. I thought it was solid. I think both guys are good workers. I think it's going to suck if AJ Styles is leaving. I know you're not the biggest fan of AJ Styles. I do happen to like AJ Styles. I think he's a great performer.
If he goes out and loses this Saturday, I'm going to be disappointed. I think that's too much too soon for Gunther, like retiring AJ Styles right after retiring John Cena.
Yeah.
I do like your idea that he loses, and he
But
blames it
now
on
I'm wondering
being
if-
incorporated in the Rumble.
I don't know if he's in the Rumble now, though.
Maybe.
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if Gunther's actually in the Rumble. That was my
Where are
idea,
they
was he
getting
was going to
30
get worn
names?
out. Well, they're going to be a NXT, TNA,
Yeah, we'll see.
stuff like that. But
Gunther has said I thought Gunther has said he planned to win the Rumble. That's why he didn't originally
Yeah,
want to wrestle AJ
that's what I
Styles.
thought,
I think
too.
he's doing both. I think he's going to
Yeah,
pull
maybe.
double duty.
that was my thought. If he's in the Royal Rumble, he might go far.
Gunther's going to be number one.
Whether he wins or loses, then when he fights AJ Styles, he loses. And then he just says it's because he was tired from being in the Rumble. Something like that. That was kind of what I was thinking. But now I'm not so sure. I don't know.
Hey, you know what's great about not knowing? Is it means WWE is doing their job and they're keeping us guessing.
Road Dogg?
Pour one out for the Road Dogg.
That guy, man. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll do a whole nother video on WWE Unreal and how stupid some of those people look. But that's not for this video.
I just want to thank you for the opportunity, Joe. I really appreciate the opportunity to be on Wrestlestop every week.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Unreal.
Watch Unreal.
Everybody pets Triple
Um,
H on the back.
Yeah, oh, that's where you're going with that?
That's
Yeah,
where
everyone
it's going.
loves Triple H on there. Yeah.
Thanking him for the opportunity over and over. He turned it into a drinking game, and I almost died.
Really? When was this? You didn't invite me for that?
It was just me and the wife.
Well, that's not
I
fair.
had to introduce her to Sambuca.
Oh, you did? Nice. We'll talk about that off camera.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we're at 135 subs. This isn't related to Raw, but I just want to thank everybody. We've jumped up 48 subscriptions in the last month. That's
999% more.
yeah, that's huge.
It's amazing.
It's huge for us, for a small channel like us. We thank you for that. I'm sorry I didn't mean to hit the microphone. And we still got Wrestlestop 2.0 coming out. Hopefully, I'm still shooting for two and a half weeks. I'm still shooting for it. The weather out here has delayed a few things. We're in Detroit. We got how many inches of snow? Like 7,492 inches of snow.
I think it was
Something like that.
93.
We got a lot of snow out here, so that delayed a lot of things. Because I had some stuff shipped in. But yeah, Wrestlestop 2.0. We're still looking forward to it. This little red window is gonna be gone. Me and Jeff got a new look. The whole channel's got a new look. It's gonna be hopefully great.
New landscape.
New landscape of Wrestlestop, baby.
Yes, sir.
What do you got? Anything?
That's it. Keep an eye on for, like I said, our Royal Rumble predictions are coming soon. And
Yep.
then, for the month
Shortly
of
after this
February,
video.
we are going to be ranking for Valentine's Day the top 10 wrestling couples of all time. We might be on that list.
We're number 1 and number 2. So we're
Both in it.
both.
So keep an eye on the channel. Got a lot of exciting ideas coming.
Yep. And let us know what you guys like down below. Leave a comment. Do you like what we're doing now? What do you want us to add? What do you want us to change? Keep in mind, all this is changing, so maybe wait for the next whenever that happens, but you can still leave comments.
Give us your thoughts.
Yep.
Our changes are still in the works. They're not cemented 100% yet, so maybe we'll take some of those thoughts into consideration.
Yep. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell. Bing.
Ding
That's
dong.
like that. Hit that, and yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching. We appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.